Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, February 7th, 2017. I am Emily Parker.
And I am Quanecia Fraser.
And today's top stories: a missing college student's remains have been found.
And there's a chance the Supreme Court will get involved with Trump's travel ban. All coming up next on Texan TV.
In campus news, Tarleton continues with construction updates, fencing off the pathways at the intersection of Vanderbilt and Lillian until further notice. This construction is being added to the current construction zone located in front of the Thompson Student Center. This has been part of Tarleton's utility renovation project. If you are trying to get across Vanderbilt, look for the shipping container located at the front of the Thompson Student Center. In light of all the recent construction on campus, the food court patio outside the Thompson Student Center is now open and available for use.
In local news, the Stephenville Empire Tribune reports that City Council will be hiring Alan Barnes as the new city administrator. Despite published reports about his previous issues as city administrator for other municipalities, City Council decided to move forward with the decision. The Dallas Morning News reported Barnes writing a hastily written resignation letter in March 2011, and the Gonzales Inquirer reported him being placed on administrative leave in 2016. However, Mayor Kenny Weldon told the Empire Tribune in a written statement that the council will stick by their decision to hire Barnes and will meet on Tuesday night to talk about his transition. Weldon also added that he does not have any concerns about Barnes and believes he is fit for the job.
And now today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, human remains found near Alpine, Texas are confirmed as those of Zuzu Verk, a 22-year-old missing college student. Verk was attending Sul Ross University when she was reported missing on October 12th after not showing up for work and an exam. Verk was last seen alive with her boyfriend Robert Fabian the night before she went missing. That same night, neighbors said they heard an argument between the couple. Fabian has been jailed for tampering with evidence by concealing the human corpse, but Brewster County Sheriff Ronnie Dodson said other charges were expected. Verk's remains were close to a shallow grave near Alpine. Fabian's friend Chris Ostrada was also jailed on Monday in Phoenix for a corpse concealment warrant in Texas. Investigators say that Fabian called Estrada the same night Verk went missing. Members of Fabian's family are currently being held under investigation. A memorial service for Verk will be held on Thursday evening at Sul Ross State.
In national news, the battle over President Donald Trump's travel and refugee ban is heading closer to reaching the Supreme Court's jurisdiction. Travelers have temporarily been unbound to the law until further notice. While the Justice Department agrees with the lawful exercise that President Trump is taking to protect national security, the National Department believes President Trump has taken it too far. Either way the appeals court decides, the Supreme Court is likely to get involved. President Trump has already taken the debate to Twitter, saying that U.S. District Judge James Robart and his court is to blame if anything perilous happens to the country, urging the courts to act fast. The travel ban will expire in 90 days, so no matter what the court decides, the travel ban might just run its course before anything is made official.
In international news, Mexico is losing their porpoise, a vaquita porpoise to be exact. The World Wildlife Fund called for a complete ban on the fishing done in the upper Gulf of California. The critically endangered species, the vaquita porpoise, are found only in this area of water and have fewer than 30 of these mammals left, a 90% decline in the past 5 years. Experts are considering a catch and enclose plan. However, the vaquita have never been bred or even held in captivity, so trying this method now is seen as extremely risky. Still, some experts say the capture program may be the vaquita's only hope. For more on today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. A federal appeals court in San Francisco hears arguments over President Trump's travel ban affecting 7 predominantly Muslim nations today. The Justice Department filed papers claiming the ban is a lawful exercise of the president's authority to protect the nation. Senate Democrats talked through the night ahead of Tuesday's expected vote on Education Secretary nominee Betsy DeVos. The Senate's expected to split 50-50, with Vice President Mike Pence likely breaking the tie. Amnesty International says Syrian authorities have carried out mass hangings at a prison, killing more than 13,000 people since 2011. Syrian officials have denied other reports of mass killings. And Cleveland is dealing with a rash of drug overdose deaths. Officials say suspected heroin and fentanyl overdoses killed 14 people over the weekend, following dozens of deaths last month. Matt Small, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports, brought to you by TarletonSports.com, the number 12 ranked men's basketball team is set to host 2 games this week against A&M Kingsville and Angelo State University. The game against Angelo State University will be streamed on ESPN3. The Texan basketball team will also face the same teams this week. The Texan baseball team began their season with a shutout win for the first time since 2007 to continue their season. The baseball team will travel to San Antonio to face St. Mary's this weekend, while the Texan softball team will travel to Grand Prairie.
And now for weather. Brought to you by weather.com. Today will be in the mid-80s and mostly sunny according to the National Weather Service forecast. So go out there and walk your dog and wash your car. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.
Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in to Northland Cable Channel 9.
You can follow us on the Texan Service News on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all your latest local, state, national, and international news.
Today's broadcast was produced by Haley Watson, Matt Hill, and Austin Farrar. Have a wonderful day, Texans.